I've come to the conclusion that their most powerful weapon is not any bomb or missile or drone. It's their ability to control people's minds through the media, through propaganda, through kind of state pressure. They convince them to believe things about the world that weren't true. And then they're basically making people willing to fight for causes that don't really exist. Like, a good example of this is Ukraine. A lot of the Russians who went to fight in Ukraine in the early days, I think the truth is out now, but when they were first invading, they were told that the people of Ukraine want to be liberated. You're going to be a hero. You're going to go over there. Like, they desperately want Russia to save them and reunify them. And it's just this, Kyiv-led, cabal funded by the West that's barely holding on to the country and keeping and staying in power. The guys who are fighting on the front lines, the guys who are flying tanks and helicopters, they believed it. When I went to Ukraine during the war, one of the things that I got to see was there was this helicopter wreck. It was an attack helicopter that was trying to seize an airfield of a private aerospace company, and the guys actually shot it down themselves. Like, they showed me videos of them wearing polo shirts, shooting down the helicopter in their parking lot. I mean, it's like crazy shit. So the pilots kind of go bag, this bag with all of his emergency and survival gear in it. It had 3 or 4 days of water, 3 or 4 days of food, another flight uniform, his dress uniform with dress shoes, because they were told they said this is going to be a 5-day military operation. There's going to be parades. So dress uniform and then 50 condoms. This guy thought that he thought the women were going to be all over him. He was going to need 50 condoms for the post-war celebration.
Wow.
And to me, that speaks to how brainwashed this guy was. And remember, helicopter pilots aren't like the dumb grunt dragging. I mean, he's probably one of the more highly educated people.
Right.
And they convinced him that the people of Ukraine wanted him to liberate them, and that they were going to be so happy to see him that he was going to need his dress uniform and 50 condoms. Of course, that's totally divorced from reality. Like, however you feel about the politics of Ukraine and Russia and America, because they're all tightly intermingled.
Right.
That's clearly not reality. And so what I worry about is, like, the easy one is, if China invades Taiwan, they're going to come up with a similar story. They're going to trick their people into thinking, oh, Taiwan wants to be reunified. But then the really spooky thing is, what happens when our media pulls the same stunt? I would argue that what we did in the Middle East was driven by really not that different, right? I mean, a lot of the justification for going over there and doing this nation building. I mean, we were told all these stories. Oh, they want to get out from under the Taliban. They don't want to have these tribal rule. They do want democracy. And in reality, we were kind of sold a bill of goods that just wasn't true. So it's easy to make fun of the Russian with his 50 condoms, but we're not really that much better.